This is cream caramels, Wilson's cream caramels from South Africa. It is divine. We're at the Heritage Heat barbecue competition, but there's a lot more going on here this weekend. Deborah invited us, courtesy of Alberta Pork, to come and see what this beautiful new facility looks like. And you wouldn't believe me, but behind there is a whole bunch of barbecue teams busy setting up for 2 days of cooking. And the Cowboys is invited, so we dressed up for the event. Come with us. The hardest thing about doing barbecue, I think, is the weight. These guys packed it in last night, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. They started firing up the cookers, and then they put the beautiful meat on the barbecue, and then it's 10 hours. So, but it's a problem because you can't sleep during those 10 hours because you have to mind your meat, and you have to stay awake because tomorrow morning everybody's going to expect really beautiful barbecue, and some of them have been struggling the whole night to stay awake. What rub or genius spices you done on this?
This is a rub that BK Barbecue came up with. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Man, this is good. Oh, really good. It's not the size of a man's tools.
That's how he uses them.
This has got a little bite to it. I love it.
It does.
That's your pork bellies?
No, this is burn ends from brisket.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we allowed
Yeah,
a
go
bite?
ahead.
Okay, so
Just pick a
Jesus, soft,
pick a small one, yeah.
Burned ends, brisket.
Brisket, yeah.
Want to show you this. Look how soft it is. Look how soft it is.
We got 2 pellet smokers. We got the briskets and pork on there.
Yeah. Already wrapped.
And on here, we're getting some color.
Nice.
And
Chicken is on.
Chicken's just about to get foiled, so for the next hour.
You confident today?
Feeling good. Never know though. So
Never know. The judges, they're the guys you need to impress.
exactly.
You guys seem so relaxed. You pick every little leaf out.
This is the, yeah.
I'm gonna squeak over here. Huh?
Yeah, this is the calming. This is the, this gets our zen going for the day. The cook is stressful, and then this just levels us out, and then we just get turn-ins,
You guys have got you staying up all night looking after the stuff because you're sober, and they.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works now. Yeah. So I tend to the fire for sure, but you know what? It's great. It's a good time, and I'm glad to be back. We're glad to be back to the team.
How's the cook going this night?
It's going well.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna start wrapping ribs. So
Other guys are done with their ribs already.
they do theirs differently.
Okay, so you got a bit of a secret going there you're going to share with us?
Not a secret. I just cook them a little hotter and faster. I think it's all about the temperature the meat gets to. And whether you cook it low and slow or hot and fast, you still got to cook it to the same temperature. You just got to watch a little bit more with hot and fast. So
some people are a little intimidated by these competitions. Is it easy to get into them? Is it easy when you think you've got what it takes? I mean, in terms of passion and love for doing barbecue and doing good meat, is it easy to get into this business?
It's not hard. Like it's a lot of fun, that's for sure, right? And the community that's here is amazing. I mean, that first competition where like I said, we took 8th place in ribs. I showed up and hadn't really paid attention when I bought them. Had shiners on every one of them. Another team gave me a rack of ribs, and I used that rack, put in all 6 bones from that rack, and took 8th place. Right. So it's the community's great.
So is this first time?
Yes.
And you call yourself the Kodiak Barbecue?
Kodiak Barbecue Caterers.
Nice.
Yes.
But you do it for a living, which means you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Butter is not over smoky. It is so well done. Look at the juice.
That is 10 hours in the pan.
10 hours in the pan. Beautiful. Do you eat barbecue? Is that something that's on the favorite list?
Do I eat anything but barbecue?
I think for everybody, it kind of brings people together. It's a reason for people to get together, camaraderie, and it is a close-knit, small community.
I'm going to ask you the same question. Beef, chicken, or pork?
Wild meat, beef. Beef for sure. Yeah.
So what's wrong with pork?
Oh, nothing. I don't dislike pork. I just like beef more.
That's awesome. How did it go in your competition?
Good. I got 2nd in the pork and I got 7th in the beef.
There you go. So
although I like beef, I didn't do as well in it.
Eat more pork is all I can say. there's a huge responsibility on your shoulders. You recognize that because you are setting the standard for barbecue in Alberta and in Western Canada.
Absolutely. This is why it took us 14 or so years to get to where we were. We really needed and wanted to hone our craft before we stepped into this role.
Barns, barbecue, and beer, they just go together.
What do we call this? The Heritage Heat Classic?
Heritage Heat Western Smoke and Barbecue. This may be our first year and we're starting out small, but watch out. We'll be chasing Porkapalooza in the near future.